Hey Grace family, and welcome back to our midweek check-in. So last Sunday we were in Psalm 23 and verse 5, and we kind of took the approach of beyond Christ as our shepherd, we looked at Christ as our shepherd host. As we looked at verse 5 and that he prepares a table before us, anoints our head with oil, our cup overflows. And we kind of used the language of different gifts that we have in that. And we talked about the gift of God's sustainment, and then the gifts of protection and purpose within being anointed, and then the gift of his joy as our cup overflows. And so wrapping all that up, one of the application points, or actually our only application point for the week, was to feast at God's table and find strength in his provision. And really what that means, at least the beginnings or the starting point for that, is right here in God's word, to feast at his table, to open up his word, to spend time with him, to remember everything that he's provided for us spiritually. And it's so much more, like he holds nothing back. He lavishly provides for us. And it's just this beautiful picture. And when we choose to depend on that, choose to feed on that and what he gifts us spiritually, we're going to find strength in him for everything in life. And so in the middle of your week, I just kind of wanted to challenge you in that, a way to live that out. And so I've kind of come up with just a small practical way to do that. So my challenge for you this week is something I've done already and really enjoyed it. I want to encourage you to read Psalm 119 in its entirety. Psalm 119 is obviously the longest chapter in the Bible, but it talks about God's word. And I would just encourage you as you read through it to highlight a verse or two. I think I wound up kind of picking out about 10 or so throughout the whole chapter. But to highlight at least one or two verses that talk about God's word and how to basically feast on that, how we can interact with it, what it provides for us, what we do with it. And so in that, you'll find practical ways of living out feasting at God's table. You know, we talked about drawing near to him and living within his grace and his mercy, and a way to draw near to him is right here in his word. And so I want to just kind of share the verses that stood out to me as I was reading through it. The ones that kind of got to the top were verses 15 and 16. And it says, I will meditate on your precepts and fix my eyes on your ways. I will delight in your statutes. I will not forget your word. So there's 4 ways right there that we can feast at his table and find strength in what he provides for us. I can meditate, fix my eyes, delight, and not forget his word. So then the question comes, okay, how do I do that? So how do I meditate? How do I fix my eyes? How do I delight? How do I make sure I'm not forgetting? So it's just a real practical, real simple exercise, but within that, you're going to be able to give yourselves tools to feast on his word, to feast at his table and find strength in his provision. So that's my encouragement to you. Highlight that, pray through that, journal that, and then live it out and just enjoy the strength that God provides for us day in and day out. So looking ahead at this next Sunday, we've come to verse 6. It is the last verse of Psalm 23, so we're going to begin to wrap this chapter up. So read that ahead of time. It's a beautiful culmination of this whole chapter. I'm excited to learn more about that this week and share it with you Sunday. And in the meantime, I'll be praying over you as you feast and enjoy the strength that God provides. And we'll look forward to seeing you back here Sunday morning. We've got a full schedule again. Second hour is up and running. Children's church is going. Sunday school is going. So be sure to stick around for the whole morning. But we will see you back here Sunday morning at 9 a.m.